The hidden truth behind Malta. Is it really a paradise? For many, Malta represents the perfect island getaway. With its picturesque beaches, Mediterranean sunshine, and charming streets filled with history, it's easy to imagine living a carefree life in this island paradise. But while it might look like a dream destination on the surface, there's a deeper story, one filled with rising costs, environmental challenges, and social issues. If you're thinking of moving to Malta or even just visiting, it's important to understand what's happening behind the scenes. Let's dive in and take a closer look at why Malta might not be the paradise you think it is. 1. The housing crisis. Rising costs and limited options. Malta's allure often begins with its image as a Mediterranean haven with affordable living. But in recent years, housing in Malta has become increasingly expensive and difficult to find. Property prices have skyrocketed, up by 62.6% in the last 15 years, and rents have jumped by 56%. As of 2024, the average price to buy a modest home is around $235,000, while renting a small apartment in cities like Valletta or Slima can cost you upwards of $1,300 a month. On the surface, this may sound reasonable, but consider the average monthly salary of just $2,000. For most locals, and even expats on a fixed income, this becomes a major financial strain. The high demand for housing, fueled by a thriving tourism industry and a growing expat population, has resulted in a property market that's largely inaccessible to many people. Investors have turned to short-term rentals, such as Airbnb, which further limits long-term housing options for locals. Newcomers often find themselves navigating confusing legal systems and complicated rental contracts. Tenant protections are limited, and the process of securing a lease can be frustrating. Many expats report feeling like they are fighting an uphill battle just to find a place to live. 2. Infrastructure and environmental strain. While Malta's natural beauty is undeniable, the island is starting to show signs of strain due to rapid growth. As the smallest country in the European Union, Malta has a population of around 539,000 living on just 320 square kilometers, the highest population density in Europe. This has put immense pressure on its infrastructure and resources. The loss of green spaces and traditional homes in favor of high-rise developments is one visible consequence. What were once quiet, picturesque villages are now crowded with apartment blocks, construction noise, and dust. Many residents feel that their island is losing its charm as urban sprawl takes over. Malta's air quality has also been a growing concern. Due to increased vehicle traffic, construction, and industrial emissions, air quality in urban areas has worsened by 25% over the past decade. This, coupled with Malta's limited green spaces, is making the island's environment more polluted and less sustainable. Water is another critical issue. Although Malta is surrounded by the Mediterranean Sea, it faces frequent water shortages. The island depends on desalination plants to meet its freshwater needs, but these systems are aging, and interruptions are becoming more common. During peak tourist seasons, when Malta sees more than 2 million visitors annually, water and power outages are frequent, further stressing an already overburdened system. 3. The dark side of tourism. Economic growth versus local life. Malta's tourism industry is a significant driver of the economy, attracting millions of visitors each year. However, this influx of tourists is placing a heavy strain on the local population. With more than 5 times the population of the island visiting each year, the impact on everyday life is profound. Streets become congested with traffic, popular beaches are overcrowded, and the overall cost of living continues to climb. The housing market, as we mentioned earlier, is one of the hardest hit sectors. Many properties are converted into short-term rentals, making it even harder for locals to find affordable housing. Some long-time residents have even voiced their frustration, with protest signs urging tourists to go home, and resisting new hotel developments that they feel harm the island's quality of life. In addition to housing, the environmental impact of mass tourism is undeniable. Iconic sites like Valletta and the Blue Lagoon are starting to show signs of damage from constant foot traffic, erosion, and pollution. Local authorities are struggling to balance the economic benefits of tourism with the need to preserve Malta's unique cultural and natural heritage. 4. Political and social challenges. Corruption and inequality. Beyond the picturesque views, Malta is also grappling with serious political and social issues. In 2017, the assassination of investigative journalist Daphne Caruana Galizia highlighted the darker side of the island's politics. Caruana Galizia had been exposing government corruption, and her murder sparked widespread protests and a global outcry. The event exposed the deep-rooted corruption within Malta's political system, with further scandals surfacing in the years since, including the Pilatus Bank case, where millions were allegedly laundered for wealthy elites. Malta's growing reputation as a hub for the gambling industry has also raised concerns. While it brings billions in revenue, the industry is often criticized for its loose regulations and its role in enabling money laundering and other illegal activities. Additionally, migrant workers in Malta's labor-intensive sectors often face poor working conditions and low wages, revealing stark social inequalities. 5. Social integration. Language and cultural barriers. While Malta's official languages are Maltese and English, many expats find that knowing English alone isn't enough to fully integrate. Maltese is the primary language spoken by many locals, especially among older generations. This linguistic divide can leave newcomers feeling disconnected, as they may struggle to participate in conversations or understand cultural nuances. Malta's strong Catholic traditions shape much of its social life, from festivals to social gatherings. These traditions are part of what gives the island its unique charm, but they can also make it challenging for newcomers to feel fully included. Social norms and etiquette, such as greetings and respect for community leaders, can be unfamiliar and difficult to navigate, which may create a sense of isolation for some expats. 6. Conclusion. Is Malta really the paradise you've been dreaming of? Malta might seem like the perfect island getaway. Its clear waters, sunny days, and rich history are undeniably appealing. However, beneath the surface, the island faces a range of challenges that could make it less of a paradise than it initially appears. From skyrocketing housing costs and strained infrastructure to environmental degradation and political corruption, Malta's charm comes with some serious drawbacks. If you're considering relocating to Malta or just visiting, it's essential to keep these realities in mind. While it remains a beautiful and vibrant destination, it's also a place where the pressures of modern life are taking their toll. If you found this video informative, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more insights about destinations around the world. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about Malta as a destination? And where should we explore next? Thank you for watching.